Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today on this video, I'm going to talk you through Ed's transformation and his photo shoot prep, and also kind of the peak week and the lead up to the shoot and why we do certain things and why we do a peak week. So obviously, after being in a diet for X amount of time, your body's naturally going to kind of pick up fatigue from a central nervous system perspective, and it's going to be pretty low on overall kind of function and energy. So the reason that we do a peak week is to basically optimize and to get Ed in his kind of best possible position, for that shoot, for that kind of milestone, for that end goal. So obviously he's been dieting since January, and calories have been low, and they are low as of tomorrow. Well, not from tomorrow, sorry. And then obviously cardio has been pretty ramped up, so it's a lot of tax on the central nervous system. And with food being as low as they are, he's deficient in nutrients as well. So the reason that we do a peak week is to essentially kind of refill. So obviously he's going to be pretty low on carbs, therefore glycogen levels are going to be very low. So the reason we do a peak week is to obviously try and increase the uptake of glycogen. So with obviously stress being pretty high on the body from kind of external stresses, and obviously from the gym and from cardio being as high as it is and steps being as high as they have been, what we do during the first kind of week or the first few days of that week is essentially drop all cardio completely and reduce steps massively. So that's obviously a lot of expenditure that we are now kind of taking out altogether. So his uptake of glycogen is going to be a lot more efficient essentially. So as we kind of approach the photo shoot, we're going to start to kind of load carbs quite heavily from the front, and then that's going to give us room to kind of dictate whether we need to make changes as we go across. So it's just in case we spill over, we'll do quite a high carb day as of the first day of it, and then we'll kind of assess and be very kind of in touch with one another throughout the week. So, pictures 2 or 3 times per day, scale weight, every single day, possibly even in the evening, to kind of have a look at how our body's responding to the kind of increase of carbohydrates. And then we'll go from there and make changes when needed each day. So obviously Ed's got in absolutely incredible condition and the best shape that he's ever been in. And at the minute he's running quite flat, which is a good thing. The longer that we can run flat, the more our body is going to strip body fat essentially. So we want to try and run flat as long as we can. We may have implemented a few refeeds here and there, but given Ed's not a typical athlete, he's not a photo shoot client who wants to do this over and over again. He's doing it for kind of a one-off thing and just to push himself. So he enjoyed going out quite a lot on the weekend. Up until maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, he was going out every single weekend, drinking alcohol, which, in a way would have or has potentially hindered his final look, that what could have been a lot more optimal. But given a lot of people aren't bodybuilders, they aren't photo shoot kind of clients, you have to get that balance with life. So, the fact that this has been such a sustainable journey for him is including things like going out on the weekend and just making sure we're doing things like calorie banking and appropriate changes when needed. Yes, we're still going to be training this week, but at a much lower volume. So Ed's going to be training in the gym, normal sessions, but just doing the kind of back offsets of his exercises essentially. So we're still going to be providing blood to the muscle, we're still going to be providing that stimulus, but we're just going to be leaving a few reps in the tank so that we can still further drop fatigue, but not completely pull training altogether. So that's very important when you are entering peak week, that you still kind of get some form of movement, some blood flow, some stimulus to the muscles, as it's going to provide that kind of top end look come shoot day. Now with nutrition, obviously carbohydrates are going to be priority for this week, so we can actually kind of decrease protein for this week, so it leaves us a little bit more room in regards to the overall calories for them carbohydrates to be pushed. So we're going to start him at around 450 grams of carbs tomorrow, which is a hell of a lot considering we're on about 170 at the minute. So it's going to be obviously first and foremost very kind of exciting for him. He's going to feel hellishly good, but obviously we'll keep in touch very closely for these kind of next 72 hours and see exactly where he is in regards to digestion, in regards to the regular feedings that he's going to be having throughout the day. And obviously we always kind of try and choose foods that are going to be easily scalable. So foods like boiled rice, oats, cereals that we can either increase or decrease at ease. It's going to be slightly more difficult if it's more kind of bagels and things like that can't necessarily be reduced by the gram. So it's very important that we choose foods that are going to be scalable throughout this week. So if we need to bring up or bring down, that is going to be easily done. In regards to steps, we're still going to keep them around 8 to 10,000 just to make sure we are still regulating that energy expenditure. And obviously with the intake and higher volume of carbohydrates, we want to make sure that we are getting regular walks in throughout the day to help aid that digestion as well, because obviously it's going to be quite a lot of stress from a digestive system perspective as well. So we want to make sure that when we are eating these foods, we're not just feeling sluggish, we're not getting kind of bloated, and we are passing these foods through the digestive tract at ease. And obviously just keeping on top of hydration as well. So typically for every 100 grams of carbs that you consume, you should have at least a litre of water to kind of counterbalance that. So obviously with 450 grams of carbs going in tomorrow, Ed will be on about 4.5 litres as of tomorrow, and then that will be slightly dictated or changed as the days go on. So, little update with Ed's photo shoot prep and peak week. So, we are 1 day out from his photo shoot, so it will be happening tomorrow morning at 10:30. So, like I said in the previous video, we've loaded carbs from the front of the week. So, Monday, we increased to 450 grams of carbs, and obviously, we've been checking in very closely with one another. He's been sending pictures over twice a day, giving me scale weight in the morning, scale weight in the evening. And first 2 days completely fine, you know, we're probably sitting around maintenance, and as of yesterday started to look a little bit maybe fluffy, so to speak. So we just brought carbs down 50 grams today, ready for tomorrow's photo shoot. And that's obviously the good thing about loading at the front of the week. You know, if we do overspill ever so slightly, we can pull back, and we've got time to pull back, which is obviously a huge benefit. But in regards to tomorrow morning, obviously we're going to get some footage in the gym, but essentially we're going to treat it like a high school workout. So when you used to try and just chase the pump, that's literally all we're going to do tomorrow morning. So we're going to get in, try and, you know, drive some kind of metabolic stress into the muscle, and it's going to be kind of more metabolic work. So we're literally going to be doing kind of 2 or 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps, and literally just chasing the pump, which it sounds a bit silly for like anyone else that's not doing this kind of thing. But in regards to what we're after tomorrow, we are literally trying to get Ed into his kind of best final look, ready for them pictures. So very exciting. We've got the photographer coming at 10. We will start training about 10:30. And in regards to tomorrow morning, I've told Ed just to kind of rest as best he can. You know, today, complete rest day from the gym today. He trained Monday, Tuesday, but complete rest today, just regulating steps still. And then as of kind of 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to pull water completely. And then tomorrow morning, we are going to kind of include breakfast and maybe a slight carbohydrate and fat source prior to the session itself, just so we can kind of get that final look and just to try and draw as much water into the muscle as possible. So I'm very, very excited to showcase this one. It's going to be a hell of a big one, and you know, he's worked very hard for it and he looks absolutely incredible. I'll show you the pictures here and kind of the past kind of 2 weeks how he's been looking, and then some pictures more this week. So you can see still looking absolutely fantastic, you know, looking very lean, and then fingers crossed, if we've done this right, he'll be looking absolutely unreal tomorrow. T minus about 10 minutes until Eddie arrives, so just going to make him up a little potion. Super pump, bit of pump product just to promote some blood flow to the muscles. Basically get him looking absolutely jacked, ready for this shoot. So 2 scoops of this, and he should be looking pretty full once he's done a few sets, which is a good thing about pump product. Literally takes about 2 sets and you just feel like your arms are about to blow up, which is good. So I'm excited for this. It's going to be a good one. He should be arriving very soon, if not now. So I'll see you in the next video. Brought it with me, mate.
How are you doing?
Not too bad, mate. This is for the YouTube. Gotta make it look professional.
Yes, man. How are you doing?
Get this down your neck, bro.
All day.
Pump prod, 2 scoops. We're not messing about today. Excited. just getting a bit of a pump on now for the final shots, but he's already looking pretty ruthless. Soon to be revealed. Well done, brother. Got your little KJ sweatshirt.
Yes.
Mandatory.
Inducted into the team.
Proud of you, brother. Well done.
Get it on then.
Let's see if it fits. Probably not.
There we go. Part of the team now, aren't I?
How you feeling?
Feeling great, mate.
Oh, it fits like a glove.
There we go. Get 10 pints down me.
Nice,
Big
mate.
cake.
Yeah, you've earned a pint.
Put it all back on, all the fat. All
Jokes
the fat,
aside,
all the
he's
fat.
done very well. It's been what, since January we started?
Yeah, January 5th, no, 9th it was, wasn't
9th
it?
of
So I
January.
weighed about 14 stone 4,
202 pounds.
and now I'm 12 stone 8.
180
So
pounds.
Lost a lot of weight. So thanks
Yeah.
to this guy for all the helping
Smashed it, mate.
hard work he's put in as well.
You've earned
Great.
yourself a pint. Transformation coming soon. If you're interested in completing your own transformation, hit the link in the bio and let's get started today.